Thanks, Dad. Love my education.
Politics.
Welcome to the 183rd hour of Adventures Wanted.
Hey, round of applause.
Just a reminder that this performance, like all of our ones, is a relaxed one. That means there'll be no sudden loud noises. If you need to head out and come back in, that's absolutely fine. We've wrapped attitude to sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of people who struggle to be still and silent. Also, the lights will stay up like this. We're having some glitches with the hotel lights, so they may briefly go out. These ones up on the stage will always be on, so we'll never go to blackout, and I will get the lights up and running within 5 seconds. If no one looks like they need audio leap headsets. If you did, I'm just over there, give me a wave. But I will hand over now to our GM for the hour, Chris.
Hello,
Yay!
everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to Adventurers Wanted. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? What we're doing is playing a tabletop role-playing game. For those of you who don't know what a tabletop role-playing game is, these 4 lovely people to my left and right are playing characters in a universe that we are building together. And I portray the rest of the universe. So I handle the monsters that they fight, the allies that they make, the drinks they imbibe, everything else, basically. And to make sure that my awesome power is not misused, we use dice rolls to get some semblance of fairness into this unfair world. And that can lead to spectacular successes or horrific failures, which is all part of the fun. So, Adventurers Wanted, where are we up to? We're on hour 183 right now, so there's 182 hours of backstory to catch everyone up on. That's obviously impossible, but I'll do my best to get you to a point where this all makes sense, and if you have any questions throughout, feel free to shout them out, that's totally fine. So, this adventure started about 3 weeks ago in game time, when the crew of the Spirit of the Horizon, which all of the characters playing here are, was swept away to a new mystical, magical world after they cast a spell on a stone tablet they found in a forgotten temple. They cast this spell as they escaped this temple after freeing an ancient evil within that was going to destroy everything. So as far as they know, their homeworld is being trashed right now. This new world they found themselves in is a magical world of islands, archipelagos, seas, very swashbuckle themed, basically. And at this point in time, they are making their way to Staghorn. Staghorn is a coral mountain that comes out of the sea, and the Prince of Staghorn, a man named Corellian, has asked the crew to help him retake his ancestral home after a dragon turtle came and took it over 200 years ago. The ship is currently being attacked by sharkmen called Rakina, who are the acolytes of this dragon turtle and are trying to get back in. It appears they've been kicked out by another ancient evil that lives under the sea, so it appears this Staghorn place is party central, guys. So, at this point, I'd love the players to introduce themselves, tell us who they are, who they're portraying, and something about their character that's interesting so we can grab hold of them, and then we'll dive back into the adventure. Let's start on my left.
I'm playing Tarquin, who's an elfish wizard. He's a very kind guy, hopefully going to help out on our quest.
Kind elf wizard. Gotcha.
Yes.
Fantastic. Hello, I'm Ian, and I am playing the role of Brother Jurgen, who is a cleric of the god
Rahatapat.
Pat, as he calls him. And he's the god of hedonism. Used to be cleric of a goddess of joy, but that was back in the old world, and she's not there. Ship's chief morale officer, and also having quite a bad 24 hours. And when we last saw him, he had just melted 8 people and had cast a plague. 12 people. Had just reduced 12 people to smouldering piles of ashes. Bad people. And had one in a surrounded by a plague of ethereal locusts jabbing and stabbing at them to death.
It's been a good day for other
It's been a bad day.
Go for it.
I am Vatchel. I'm playing as Parakas Kholadin, who is a tiefling barbarian. He is a casually violent and incredibly self-absorbed individual who is just trying to figure out his place in the world through violence.
Libby, dive in.
I'm Clarence. I'm a halfling rogue. I'm an agile, fun sort of character. I'm kind of keep spirits up on the ship.
Uh-huh.
So I'm the onboard shuffleboard coordinator.
Excellent. The shuffleboard tournament.
Shuffleboard tournaments
Exactly.
are back, baby.
Yes.
Good, excellent. So, shuffleboard maestro Clarence is with us today.
Someone had
Splendid.
to run it. I mean, I can't be everywhere. I'm trying to organise Naked Tuesday.
Naked Tuesday didn't work, did it? Didn't happen, did
It's
it?
still going to happen.
No,
you know?
it's
I mean,
not.
maybe not when the fishmen are there. But Naked Tuesday, you know, everyone's going to love Naked Tuesday.
Right, I'm going to set the scene for you guys because we are diving straight back into where we just left off. Corellian, this dwarven prince, he's called a Sariki dwarf. So he is a dwarf with coral that's sort of on his skin and scales. Effectively, these are dwarves that can breathe both over and underwater. So they have a very ocean-like bent to themselves. He and his honor guard are currently holed up in the guest quarters trying to fight off these Rakina, sharkmen, assassins that have been breaking in and trying to kill the captain of the ship, who's been saved by now, and Corellian. They have a bunch of guards with them, and currently Holler is slashing his way through all of them, making his way through to the guest quarters to save the day. Doing quite well so far, must be said. On deck, Brother Jürgen has been getting rid of everything in sight. He's just dealing with the final assassin right now. And the two of you can appear in that wherever you choose. Clarence, you're first to go. So where would you like to be in this mad scenario I've just described?
I mean, am I on the attack?
You can do anything you like.
Okay. I mean, I'll get involved.
Excellent.
Get involved. I've abandoned shuffleboard and I'm prepared to engage.
Yeah, now's not the time for leisurely pursuits, Karen.
So are you helping out with the battle below deck or above deck?
Above.
Above.
Yes.
Where do you think you'd be above deck? There's all sorts of decks. The deck of the ship is quite a flat surface. There's a captain's quarters here, a slight raised bit to the other side, where there is a bar. It's called the Embassy because
I'll be at the
local.
bar.
Cool. Clarence, you're in the bar. You've heard shouting outside. You've heard all sorts of kerfuffle
I'm
going
hitting the
on.
deck after I yelled duck and cover, but when
Someone yelled duck and cover and you hit the deck, I'm guessing, because that's a smart thing to do.
Sure.
And you just heard an explosion of holy fire followed by the buzzing of ethereal insects just outside the door of the embassy. What would you like to do?
I'd like to get into the mix. I'd like
Cool.
to use my agility to,
So you run, you open that door, you step out of the bar, and in front of you is a plague of insects around the main mast, and there is a shark man lying on the floor going, "Ah! Make it stop! Make it stop!"
I'll never make it stop. Sorry. It's been a bad 24 hours.
What would you like to do?
am I attacking the shark man?
You are welcome to attack the shark man.
I'll attack the
You have a
shark man.
short bow. You are welcome to use your short bow to attack the shark man.
Excellent, lovely. I'll use
Because
my
you
short bow.
are a rogue, if you manage to hide yourself before you attack the shark man, you will do considerably more damage.
So this might be a sneak attack, for example.
If you manage to hide before you have the ability to hide before you attack. So
Okay.
would you like to do that first?
Yes.
Take that 20-sided dice in front of you and roll it,
12.
and add your stealth modifier in the third box down on the left.
It's alphabetical. Yeah.
It's alphabetical.
Oh,
the-
got it. Yes.
Excellent.
Lovely.
Jeez.
So add that number to the dice roll. And what have you got?
24.
Jeez.
24. You pop your head out the door, see what's going on, and immediately you do this so well, so quickly. People don't even know to use. Go behind one of the barrels, and no one can see you, including the guy writhing on the floor. Do you want to hit him with your bow?
I'd love to.
Make another roll with that 20-sided dice and add your attack modifier.
Okay. My
That's the fourth box down, next to where it says short bow. There's a number.
attack. Sure, okay, so that is 8. So 23.
Yeah, you hit him. You resoundingly hit him with that arrow. Roll for damage. So you're rolling what? That's with a different dice. I believe it's a 1d6, which is a 6-sided dice, which is a normal dice.
Sure. Okay.
Add the number next to it there.
So. Right.
Yep.
So I've rolled a 6.
You've rolled a 6.
Yes.
And what's the number next to it there?
I do 6 plus 4.
So plus 4, so that's 10.
Oh, okay.
Because you're hidden, you also get sneak attack damage. So on the other sheet, I think you get 7d6 extra on top of that.
Jeez,
Is that
oh.
correct? So you start rolling that, and add all those numbers together. So 10 plus 7 more 6-sided
Yeah,
dice.
roll the dice 6 and another
It's just the 6-sided dice.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
roll that
just
7
gonna
times, add it all together. In the meantime,
Right.
we'll do some other stuff and get back to you once you've got that added up. Is that okay? So the arrow goes lancing out towards the man. It's very clearly going to do a lot of damage because rogues. Right, we move on to Tarquin. Tarquin, where are you in all of this?
I feel like I should be supporting our barbarian slashing through the crowd.
So you've come up behind this crowd of shark men that are
Yeah.
currently trying to enter the guest quarters. A
Yeah.
lot of them are lying dead and bleeding on the floor from axe wounds because he's pretty good at his job.
Yeah, good.
As you make your way into the door, you see there are 5 of them in front of you, In front of them are 10 honor guards, these little Sariki dwarves, and
They're
behind them
good guys.
is. No, they're
No.
fine. They are standing. They're standing firm. While behind them, Corellian, the Prince of Staghorn,
Yeah.
is directing them to attack and shouting, "Go on, hit them! Hit them! What's going on?"
Right.
So that's what the situation you enter. What's the total number for you there?
17.
17.
Yes.
Lots of ones and twos in there.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
quite
that's a
low.
shame. Right.
To roll it 6 times, right?
Yeah, and add them all up.
7 times. Oh.
That's why it was low.
23.
That's better. Right. Your arrow lances out towards this guy lying on the floor. And where do you want to hit him with the arrow?
In the head.
In the head. The back of his head, it sort of knocks him round, and he's very clearly very badly hurt and being bitten by ethereal insects, having a bad day. Very bad day for the Rakina assassin there. So you've got these 5 in front of you,
Yeah.
10 behind, and then the other one. The 5 are the ones you want to hit.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you want to cast?
I reckon this magic missile seems like a good spell to.
Magic Missile's perfect because
Yeah.
you're going to make an attack roll for it. Magic Missile comes out of you and unerringly seeks its target.
Sounds good.
What level are you casting it at?
Is that this here first level?
It's a
Two
first level
Yeah.
spell. You can cast it at any spell level that you have current spells available for.
Oh right.
The higher
so
you
I can,
cast
I can
it,
take that. I'll
the
take
higher you
that
cast
on.
it, the
Take
more
up to high
powerful it
casting level, that's
becomes.
correct.
Oh right. Well, I'll go. I think probably something like a 5th level.
5th level.
Yeah.
That means there are 3 plus 5, 8 coming out of you. So there are 5 to hit. How do you want to separate them out? 1 is an assassin, like the one on deck was just being described. 1 is a bit bigger and burlier, and 3 are quite small.
Okay. Well, how many did you say? 8.
8.
Well, we should probably go for something like 3 towards the assassin.
Yep.
2. Well, let's go 3 towards the big burly one as well,
You've got 2 left.
and then I'll concentrate and 2 to 1, leaving 2
to one of them.
Yeah.
Sure. Can you roll a 4-sided dice, which is the little pyramid one?
Yeah.
Can you roll that 8 times, please?
4, 7, 8.
15.
How many times?
8.
3 more times.
25.
Action, yeah.
Good end.
How much?
25.
25 spread over 8, 3, 2, 1. Maths. Right.
It's like
You fire out these bolts of energy come out of you. What do they look like for you? How do you do your magic missiles?
They look pretty arrowy but fiery. But
Fiery arrows.
Yeah.
like the Dookins in Street Fighter.
Yeah. These arrows come shooting out of your hands and just unerringly fly around things and all around the room and just hit these people. You're doing damage to all of them. Not a huge amount, but you are definitely whittling them all down. The little one that you hit with the 2
Yeah.
is looking particularly bad.
Good.
The others are looking like they've taken a bit of damage, but not a huge amount.
Right.
So it's a good start. Excellent. Right. Hulla.
Yeah.
As you look up from this room, you see Corellian behind the guard shouting, "Go on, hit them!" And he seems to use his command to make one of the guards lash out with his trident, which lashes out and strikes at one of the assassins in front of you, one of the smaller ones, which crumples and falls. It is dead.
Oh, cool.
So they are helping. Not a lot, but they are helping. The assassin tries to strike forward and hit Corellian through and manages to slide through between 2 of the guards, and he's now managed to make his way through and is now going to be attacking Corellian directly on his next turn. So there's a wall of Sariki between you and the assassin. There's the big burly one and 2 little ones still left.
I see.
3 little ones still left.
These Sariki, they're like
No,
what?
2 little ones still left. I can't
4
count.
feet tall, right?
Yeah,
I can just bash them. I can just get them out of the way, surely. I can just.
make a strength check. Sure, they're very strong. I mean, they're little strong dudes.
Oh, okay. Maybe. That's an 11.
You start to make your way towards the shield wall and push against it, saying, "Let me through," I'm guessing, or something along those lines.
Yes. Could I do that?
What do you want to say?
I said, move. That's what I'd say, yes.
They sort of, don't really
Except
know
my
what
voice
to
isn't
do.
cracking, but it's a very deep, respected voice.
They don't really know what to make of that. They'll do a roll in a second because it's not their action yet.
Okay.
But they sort of look like they're trying, not really sure what's doing, that you couldn't push through them, but you've still got 2 guys in front of you and the big guy.
Okay, I would like to attack the big guy again.
Okay, attack the big guy. Are you still frenzied raging?
I am, yes.
Excellent, so you get 3 attacks against the big guy.
So that's a 9, that's 19.
Mhm.
That's 12.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 14.
2 strikes
2
don't get
strikes.
through, but 1, dunk, lands right in the middle of his forehead. Roll for damage.
Cool. 15 and 6, 8. 23.
23 from 1 hit?
No, for 2.
You only hit with 1.
Oh, sorry. Then it's 15 then.
15. So you manage to lash out and boom, hit the big guy. You've hit him hard. He's not looking great, but he's not down yet. And there are still 2 little ones there that have not been taken out yet. And the assassin has now made his way through. Right. The Sariki, realizing that you're trying to make your way through their ranks, give you a look, and there's a small hole formed where you could make your way through. They're going to try and make sure you can get through, but the other guys can't.
Okay.
So they're trying to make that space for you, but it's still going to be quite difficult.
Do I have
to
any
get through
actions left?
You could use your movement to trying to pass through the wall like that. I'll allow that.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay, make a strength check again. Much lower DC now.
That would be 15.
Yeah, you're
18.
Yeah, you're fine. You manage to slide through and they lock up again and make sure. So you're now with the assassin on this side, with Corellian, and on the other side of the shield wall are the 3,
Okay.
which you're still facing off against. With no one to defend you, elf. Excellent.
I don't like it when he laughs. Run away.
Jürgen, it's your turn.
Okay. Right, and this guy. This fucking guy. Is he still on the deck? Yeah,
He's
still
rolling
alive.
around screaming with an arrow in his head covered in ethereal cockroaches? Leeches.
Good.
Leeches.
Leeches,
Locusts.
Locust. That's right. Okay. Right. Okay. He's on the ground.
Yeah, he's
Would
rolling
he
around.
be considered therefore to be prone?
Yes, he would.
Good. Excellent. Right. So here's what's going to happen.
Darkness invaders.
How apt! I am going to slowly walk up to him. I'm
keeping
going
the
to.
locust going,
Yeah,
so
I'm
you're
keeping.
walking through your own
I'm
cloud
keeping
of
the. I'm
locusts.
keeping the locust going as I walk up to him in order to keep him prone. And just as I approach
I'm
him,
going to allow this thought. Just
Yeah.
allow this. I'm so happy with this. As you walk through the locusts,
Yeah.
they sort of curve around
Yeah.
you. These are nothing to you.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
your
yeah.
creation.
Exactly.
And as you move through them and stand in front of him, what do you say?
yeah, I am. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand right up at his face.
Yep.
I'm going to kneel down to him, so I'm right up at him.
Yep.
I'm going to put a hand right in front of his face.
There
I'm
are
going to
locusts swarming all
around it,
not
and I'm
quite
going to
touching
cast.
you.
I'm going to cast a level 5 guiding bolt straight into his head.
Audience, in case you're not aware, a level 5 guiding bolt to this creature that's taken a lot of damage is overkill, but let's do it.
Yeah,
Why
I
not?
know. I've had a bad day. You know. And again, I will reiterate to him as I do this. You should have left while you had the chance.
Make the attack roll.
There we go.
He's
okay.
prone, so you do it with
So you get
advantage.
Okay. That's an 8, so 17. That's a 12, so that'll be 19.
You would have hit him anyway.
Yeah.
Start rolling for damage
Okay.
on that.
all right, okay. So 7. So 1.
Clarence,
Yes.
you see your priest of hedonism.
Yeah.
It's gone a bit mad. He's about to blow this thing's head off, and you can see it happening. Is there anything you want to say or do at this point?
14. 19.
Let's see. Presumably I need to just move along. I can't really do much to save the. Can I? Can I save him?
You can't save the one he's hitting, no, because he finishes his action
You
before
don't want to
start
save
yours.
him. He's a naughty man.
Okay.
You could speak, you could interact with him about this, you can engage with him, that's totally fine. There's no rules for that, it's just as you would as a human being. It's totally fine. How much? See you, Phil. Thank you, man.
24.
So I could say that's a bit harsh, mate.
Yeah.
As you hear, that's a bit harsh, mate.
Yeah.
The shark man's head just pops.
Then I'm gonna just make my way through
Yeah.
the hideous wreckage of Shark
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Don't worry, Clarence. All I did was help him to shuffle off.
Oh no! Oh!
Because he's the shuffleboard guy! Come on, everybody!
He's the shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard person, let's get involved!
Clarence, you can head below deck and help there. There is still the sound of combat happening below deck if you like.
Lovely. Okay, I make my way downstairs.
Cool. You can use all of your turn to move, which gives you a lot of distance to move because you move 30 feet on a turn.
Okay.
So if you
excellent.
use your entire movement to move, you can get up to the combat and see what's going on, but you can't take an action.
Okay. So, well, I mean, as I'm, so I can move all the way there,
Yes.
then I have to wait.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll do that.
because
then.
it's a long way away because you're going all the way the length of the ship to
Okay,
get down
so
there.
we'll head down there.
Actually, I'll give you a chance to hide once you get there. I think that's probably quite
Excellent.
fitting and in character.
Good. Okay.
So make a roll for stealth again.
5 and plus
He's up
17.
quite a lot of
You have an ability called Reliable Talent, which means that
I do.
anything below a 10 counts as a 10 on a 20-sided
that's
dice roll and things
Yeah,
you're
a lot of
proficient in.
people go away
And
with
guess what? You're proficient in hiding. So you roll a 21. I will roll against it because why not? Ooh, interesting. The assassin who's currently fighting with the prince and with Holler on the other side of the shield wall, he knows you're there. He's like you. He knows your abilities. The others do not.
Right.
So bear that in mind when you attack next, because
Excellent,
otherwise
okay.
no sneak attack next. Right. It is now Tarquin.
so
It is your turn.
yeah.
You have fired off spells at these guys. They are flailing against the shield wall.
You did level 5, you knocked off 7.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
They are realizing that it's probably not very effective to be attacking this shield wall because all they're doing is getting slaughtered by things that are better armored than them. So they are starting to turn and look at you. You have an action before anything terrible happens. What would you like to do?
Right, what kind of spells have I got here that's going to help me out?
That one's
Start
quite
reading them out and we can give you tips.
That one's quite good because it sets up a giant wall of knives.
Oh yeah, that'll help me. Yeah, I've got a blade barrier, 6th level spell that I'm going to cast to protect myself from anyone who's going to come towards me.
Okay, so you create a blade barrier around yourself.
Yeah, around a nice wall. I mean,
You're standing in the doorway at the moment, so you could potentially block off the doorway with that blade barrier if you so desired.
yeah, that seems like a good plan.
Okay. None of them are in the range of that, so what you'll be doing is creating that, and then they
Yeah.
won't. They have to take damage to go through it.
That's what I like, and then next time I can fire something more at them once I'm safely behind my barrier.
No problem at all. So you cast your magic, and a barrier of blades appears in front of you. What sort of blades is it? What does it look like? Give it some flavour.
It's a kind of a mixture. We got some like ninja throwing stars in there, as well as some short daggers and some steak knives.
Steak knives, yes.
In there as well. Just,
So
you
someone
know,
has blown
mixture.
through some student accommodation and
Yeah, that's
found
it,
everything in there and just used it to make a wall of knives.
Yeah, a couple of Swiss Army knives as well.
And it's all they're not static. They're all sort of whirring in the air
Yeah,
in front of
absolutely,
you.
yeah.
It's quite hard to see through it, just for your own
Yeah,
reference
that's
point.
fine.
But as for yourself as well, seeing through this is quite difficult. But all the enemies are now on the other side of this wall, and you are effectively safe for the time being. Excellent. The assassin strikes at Corellian. Corellian takes more damage. He's not looking that bad. He's a tough old dwarf. There's no way around it. But he has taken quite a bit of damage and is and he's bleeding from various points on his body, which you, Holler, can see. He tries to strike back with his trident, and he's just flailing with it. He's trying to hit with it, but he can't do anything against this gigantic shark man who's crowding his space. You're
Right.
there. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay. Well, Holler's MO in these cases like these, or when his first plan of action isn't really working out. Can I ask out of character, because I'm quite ignorant about many things?
Sure.
Do sharks have nuts?
These are shark men.
Can I make a perception check to see their testicles?
Yeah, of course you can.
This is
Why
going
not?
to a very dark place.
Why not?
That's a 16.
This is actually a shark lady.
Okay.
Don't try and kick the shark lady in the testicles. I don't think it'll work.
No, so what I do is I take my axe and I go for an uppercut motion through the nethers.
Through the
I
nethers.
go through.
I mean, you have 3 attacks in a round, so
I go all 3 attacks, trying to do that.
make 3 attack rolls.
Okay, that's a 23.
That hits.
That's a 13.
That does not.
And that's a 20.
That does.
A non-natural 20. Yes.
Roll for damage twice.
Okay.
Just to clarify, you're doing this with your axe, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just.
We're
We're all thinking.
That is 13. That is 8. So 21 total.
21 points of damage. You strike hard, and you've definitely done some damage to the assassin, but she's not been hit yet, so she's not looking too bad at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I,
that's-
as a movement,
Mhm.
get in between the kind of assassins and Corellian?
Just one assassin. You can get in between them. That's absolutely
Then
fine.
yeah, I'll do
You
that.
can slide around and sort of slide in because you're quite big. They're both quite. They're both smaller than you, so you can definitely slide in and
How
stand
tall is
there.
she?
6 foot, but you're 7 foot tall, aren't you?
I,
Like you're a big guy.
between 6.5 and 7, something like that.
Yeah, so you're definitely getting in between them. That's
I
no
do
problem
that
at all.
then, yeah.
You're bigger than them. You can push your way in. That's fine.
Cool.
Jürgen, the guy on deck is toast.
Okay, so the deck's clear, yeah? Right, I'm going to just pelt it downstairs and see if I can get involved.
Because
Right.
she's a rogue, she can travel very quickly. You
Uh-huh.
are not.
Okay,
so
fair
you can
enough.
get about 2/3 of the way.
Okay, fair enough, that's fine. I'm just going to make it there. And can I use my action to
Yeah.
for the move? Okay, so I'll use my action to get
No, you used your action to get 2/3 of the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
so not my movement.
Your movement gets you 1/3 of the way.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, I should have
Oh, I
explained
see.
better.
Okay. My apologies then. Can I use my bonus action to move further?
No, you could use a bonus action to cast a spell if you wanted.
Can I see what's
Actually,
going?
no, you haven't. Concentration spell.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
got
yeah.
rid of it.
Can I see what's going on?
You can see down. You can see this barrier of blades in front of
Okay.
them, which gives them 3/4 cover.
Can I
It's ranged and
see?
very hard
Can
to
I
hit.
see the prince at this point?
No, he's quite a bit further away in the angle.
Right. Okay. Can I see any of the other assassins or anything like
You can
that?
see them just through a barrier of blades, but it's a very long way
Right,
away.
okay.
If you've got spells that have sight as their thing, you could technically
Yeah.
see one to affect it.
Yeah.
but Otherwise,
No, I'll just make the movements as far as I
Making
can.
your
The
way.
closest thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, rogues are very fast. That's
Yeah,
the-
yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Cool.
Go on, Clarence, do your thing.
You inspire Clarence.
Yeah.
Preferably, there's no skill thing. It just he says, "Go on, Clarence," and goes
Thank
through.
you.
Yeah.
Now
It's
I'm
alright.
hiding, right? I'm
You are hidden.
hidden.
There are
currently.
these shark people behind this barrier of blades he's created, and they were going to turn and go for him, but they've seen this barrier of blades and they're sort of standing there a bit not sure what to do. They can't get out. There's no windows, so they are currently trapped between a wall of dwarves and a wall of blades. It's
Excellent.
not a good day for them. They're
No.
looking a bit stuck, not quite sure
He
how to
started
do this.
it. See, I mean, it's
What would you
tough.
like to do?
So somebody knows I'm here.
The
That's correct,
assassin
isn't
who
it?
is fighting him, the female
Yes.
assassin fighting him, and the prince know that you're there.
Okay.
She knows that you're there. The others do not.
Okay. So essentially, I mean, I need to use my. I mean, I have really good sleight of hand,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also a reasonably effective climber, I believe.
Right.
Is that correct? So I mean, I don't know what my options are to kind of try and make some sort of climbing leap. And
This
defy.
barrier would extend the entire length of the room. You could
Okay.
try and leap through it.
Now, yes.
You
okay.
have very high acrobatics, so
Okay.
with a very good acrobatics roll, you could leap through and take almost no damage from it.
Shall we try that?
You're welcome to,
let's
and you're
try it.
jumping out of hiding, so I will rule, if you like, that you can run up out of hiding, leap through the barrier, and stab one with your rapier and still get sneak attack damage.
That would be very nice.
If you don't take much damage from the wall.
Okay. Right.
So let's have a roll to jump through the wall, if I may.
Okay. 7. And my acrobatics is also 19.
Don't forget a roll below a 10 on a thing you're
Oh, so
proficient in.
that's 22.
22. Who cast the blade barrier? You did.
Yeah.
What's your spell save DC? It's with your spells.
Spell DC.
Yeah.
16.
16. You 22, so you're over 5 over it. You run, leap. You manage to twist through in this very Matrix-style move
Yeah.
through all these blades. One does.
Put the sunglasses on while you do it.
There's a lovely pan camera show as it rotates around you as you fly through midair.
Jurgen just comes up behind you with two M16s.
As you leap through, a couple of the blades nick you, and you take. What spell level did you cast it at?
6.
6. You take 6 points of damage from it.
Okay.
So not a huge amount,
No.
but do mark that down in your hit point total as you've lost 6
Okay.
hit points. He's got but you do combat roll land, and the way you've timed this is you combat roll land, and as you roll, you're pulling your rapier out, and the first thing you're doing is just whunk right up to one of them. So make your sneak attack damage roll.
Okay. So that's 14
Plus
plus.
the rapier.
Oh, 22.
Yeah, you definitely hit it. Roll that damage. So it's 7d6 plus the rapier's damage, which is 1d8 plus 4. I'll let her get started on rolling the damage for that when we come across.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll leave you with some maths. Some maths homework there for you, and we'll move around while that happens.
Okay.
So, Tarquin, this Clarence, your friend who you just won the shuffleboard tournament with the other day, so she's definitely someone that you know and know well, has just leapt through your blade barrier incredibly acrobatically and is attacking one of these Rakina. Looks like she might kill it. So, what are you going to do now?
So Clarence is attacking one of the smaller ones, is that
Yeah,
right? And
there's
I'm-
still the big burly one and the little one that are still remaining.
Well, I think probably this big burly one is the one that we possibly need to try and take out a little
Sure.
bit. So again, I'm going to be all spelly.
Really, wizard? You're going to be all spelly?
Yeah, that's it. So now we are on a ship, so I don't want to like a fireball because it might.
Yeah, why would anyone do that? Why would anyone use a fire attack on a ship?
Hey, listen, the ship was absolutely. It's magic fire, you know.
He was on the top deck, so that was okay.
Yeah. Small contained area,
Yeah,
to be fair.
we're in
Might be quite bad.
some cabin somewhere here.
Yeah.
So let's go with frostbite. Let's see if we can freeze.
That
Is
this,
that a cantrip?
Yes. Does that mean? Oh, what's that?
Oh, it just means that it costs you nothing to do. So
Oh,
it's just
right.
quite a low level spell. It's fine. Ah, of course it is. Thank you. I'm just going to find the stats for that. Okay, so thank you. Frostbite. He's got empowered he's empowered
So
evoker, so it's 8 3 times
fact,
8
he knows
plus
that off his-
your what's your intelligence modifier?
+4.
Yep.
4. So it's 3 times 8 is how much?
24.
24 plus 4 is 28 points of damage to the big guy.
Yeah.
Whoo! You reach out with your mind. You haven't got to get through the blade barrier to cast this spell, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So you manage to just reach out through this barrier, and suddenly, like cold energy starts to grab him by the. You can see this almost cold hand grabbing his chest and just
Excellent.
crunching in, and he's not down, but he looks awful. Like he coughs and the snowflakes come out of his mouth. He's not happy. It is
Red
looking
snowflakes, though.
pretty awful. What was the total damage on that?
No, you lost me there briefly on the damage roll. So when
I'm
you
sorry.
said 1d8 plus 4, does that just literally mean one roll of the 8-sided dice and then add on to mine?
Yeah, how much is
No,
that?
that's 7.
And then plus your sneak attack damage. So 7 times the
7.
6-sided dice. So roll a 6-sided dice 7 times, added together. Sorry, I should have been
Okay.
clearer. My apologies.
Alright?
No, I'm dying.
It's fighting.
It's yeah.
Just get into character. Great method.
34.
Okay. Where does the rapier hit it and how does it die?
Nice.
Which hits him
Yeah.
in the throat.
In the throat.
Yes.
Right.
And there's, a particularly horrible gurgling noise.
Well, you see, they're about 6 feet tall. You're about 3 feet tall because you're a halfling. So
He
what's
hits him in the knee.
No, you said throat. We're going throat, if you'll allow me.
Okay.
You dive through this wonderful acrobatic diving roll, so you're actually upside down as you land. So you're rolling effectively upside down. So you do a backwards roll on the ground, pulling your rapier out, leap up, and as you leap up, you just go behind you and you're not quite sure what you've hit until you turn and look, and this thing is just skewered through the neck, like, and the only thing holding it up is your rapier. You pull it out.
Yes.
You pull it out. There's and blood just spatters across the side as he falls behind you. Pretty badass move, I'm going to say. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Awesome. Holler, the assassin, looks at you standing in front of the prince in quite a bit of pain.
Yeah, no, fine.
Looks at you and says, well, 2 can play at that game. Yeah. Oh, good.
What?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Hit one of my assassins in the nuts, why don't you?
Did I have nuts?
No, don't have nuts. You do.
Did.
16 points of damage as she grabs you round the neck, reaches under and just goes to town, and you know where. 2 strikes. It's a lot of pain. Your voice has probably gone up by about an octave. That's what you get.
Okay, cool. I'm still raging, so.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. She hit you twice.
Oh, that was one attack.
Okay. I'm not done yet. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Jeez. Okay,
Because you've been hit square in the nudes.
No,
15.
these weapons are poisoned.
Oh, poisonous nuts.
I rolled a 15. Am I not going to turn gangrenous? Am I going to fall off?
You take another 20 points of damage as there is a horrible burning sensation. You may even have experienced it before, Holler. This
It's the
horrible
gonorrhea
burning
knife.
sensation. That's what you get for stabbing things in the genitals.
Oh, we may have to amputate her.
Just the best part of it is gone. I'm backstage going, what am I? What am I?
Oh, this
It is now your turn.
the
as she
return
is
to the existential crisis.
As she has literally held you in place and stabbed you twice and done quite a lot of damage to your most delicate parts.
Yes.
It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, I
You're
grab
still
her
raging, obviously.
by, I grab her by the shoulders and start headbutting her.
Okay, you come with the shoulder and start headbutting her. Make 3 attack rolls. You're still frenzied.
There's a sentence you don't hear very often. I'm going to grab her by the shoulders and headbutt her.
Oh, there's been weirder ones in this game as well.
So that was a 17, and 8, and 11. Do I get to add any modifiers to that? Or?
You do. Hang on. 2 of those headbutts, crack, hit. The third she manages to dodge out the way of and pulls away.
Okay.
Can you roll me a d6 plus your strength?
That's a 9.
And one more.
That is a 5.
So that's 14 in total. She's looking pretty awful, like you've done a lot of damage to her as she staggers back. The dodge out the way of the third was less of a, oh, look how sneaky, and more of an, oh god, ow, ow, ow. She's really not in a good way.
So
at
her
the moment.
knife is away from my gonads.
Yeah. She's standing back. She's all fine.
That's the key question.
At which point, Corellian leans over you with his trident, and just leans in. I'm not going to bother with the dice roll, so few hit points. Just leans in and goes, ha! Boom!
Did he steal my fucking kill?
He did. Through the chest, straight down into the deck. She's pinned to the floor. She's gone.
This is the worst day ever.
Stop hitting things in the nuts.
Having a
man.
bad day, man. Having a bad day.
Jurgen.
Okay, right. Okay, so I'm going to continue running up to the melee as it is. What do I find when I get there?
You find an elf wizard looking through a blade barrier at two Rakina, one looking awful, one looking like, what the hell am I doing
Okay,
here?
all right.
And with a wall of dwarves and there's
Right,
nothing else behind.
fair enough. I am going to do, because again, I am just having a bad day. I'm going to do a level 5 guiding bolt, point through the blade barrier, straight at the one that looks the most ropey.
Through the blade barrier?
Yeah. What can I not shoot through the blade barrier?
Well, you can, it's just much harder. You've already said you're doing it, so make that attack
Oh,
roll with
how-
disadvantage.
Oh, what? Well, it was not much better. For 13.
As you make to cast a guiding bolt through the blade barrier, it shoots out true. You've done this 100 times before by now, and it just fires through, and the blades just go through it, and it just ribbons, and the enemy just dissipates. It flips out.
Okay. Well, that was useful.
Sorry, dude.
No worries.
Clarence, it's your turn. You're on the other side of this barrier. There are two of them left. You only get one attack per round because you're a rogue. But you can strike at the one in front of you, which is a little one that hasn't taken much damage yet. It's taken a little from magic missile, but that's it. And the big guy who's looking really awful. There's nowhere really for you to hide at this point, so this is just going to be all out.
Okay, I've got my rapier back.
Yes, you have.
And presumably I can't take anything off the person that I've just killed. I can't
I
take
mean-
anything useful from them.
They're holding scimitars.
Great.
Do you want to?
It's lovely, I'll take that. Yeah,
A scimitar's
can I-
sorry, it's a curved. It's like a cutlass, like a pirate cutlass sort of thing.
I'd be delighted. I'll attempt to remove the cutlass.
Excellent. Which
Okay.
means you get 2 attacks, but
Okay.
that you're not proficient in 2-weapon fighting.
Okay,
So these are going to be harder to hit for you, but you're welcome to try.
I'll give it a go.
Right, do you want to go for the one that hasn't been that has only been hit slightly first?
Yes.
Make your 20-sided dice roll.
Okay, that's 13.
What's the number on the dice?
13.
13. Just add your dexterity to that for me, please. Second box
22.
down. Just the dexterity, not that. That's the saving throw. You want the second
Oh,
box
sorry.
down. Second box.
So that's 17.
17. It still hits, despite you not quite knowing what you're doing with this thing. You manage to reach out and just give it a backhand. Can you do me 1d8 damage? Just roll that. Just the damage on that.
7.
Despite having no idea what you're doing, you take the scimitar up and just bang, swing out with it. And as you swing out with it, you just catch this thing in the neck, and its head lolls and it goes to the ground down. You still have your rapier strike, the thing you're really good at, against the thing that's basically already dead.
Marvellous.
So
Okay.
you launch out with the rapier, make your attack roll with that rapier.
That is 15.
Mm-hmm.
And that's plus my
Yeah.
attack roll, so that's 23.
Well, you hit it. You hit it resoundingly as the rapier just goes dunk into the middle of the chest. Roll for damage.
6.
Plus.
Oh, sorry. So wait, I've hit him with the rapier.
Yeah.
So 10. Is that right?
How does it die?
It falls to the ground with a terrible shriek.
Mm-hmm.
Where have I hit it? I've hit it in the chest.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I think it's going to fall forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when it falls, I'm going to just use the leverage and just drag out my rapier and give a little shrill halfling rogue cry.
Can we hear said shrill halfling rogue cry, please?
Yee-hee!
With a yee the final of these shark people, Rakina, are slayed. And with that, combat ends. Can we get the music down? Thank you. Well, it's a bit of carnage here. Do you want to lower the blade barrier?
Yeah, that's down now. Yeah, there's no need
The
to.
blade barrier dissipates, and everyone is milling around in a certain state of worry. The dwarves are all turning to their prince, trying to do something to help him, but he's quite badly hurt, and he's definitely got some poison on him. The poison hasn't affected you as badly as affected him, so you are in a lot of pain, but you're not.
I'm not dying on the
You're
spot.
not dying on the spot. You're just, in a lot of pain right now. The prince might be.
I'll quickly run up to the prince and I will cast heal on him.
Heal.
Heal.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's in a bad way.
Heal is a very high level healing spell and does a huge amount of healing and gets rid of all sorts of effects on the body.
70 points.
Yeah, 70 hit points in one go.
Yeah.
Like, look how many hit points you have. All of them. And
Hey, brother Jürgen.
Uh-huh.
I burns when I pee.
I said, take one of these and call me in the morning. I just hand him a health potion. You know, and next time, don't punch people in the nuts or whatever. I'm going to grab the prince. Hopefully, he's feeling a bit better. I'm just saying.
he stands and goes, well, ha!
Right.
Shark people, eh?
Yeah, and I'm just going to grab him by his lapel and say, listen, what the blue hell have you got us into?
There are always going to be shark people. I told you there'd be shark people.
I can't remember the name. I've wrote it down really quickly.
Kelanahu.
Yeah. Who's Kelanahu?
The dragon turtle who took over Staghorn. I told you.
No, Kelanahu is something else.
No. Kelanahu is the dragon
Dragon thing.
turtle
Okay, all right, yeah, that's
that
right.
took over
Yeah.
Staghorn.
Okay.
That's what we're going to fight.
Yeah.
I thought that was clear.
My apologies.
I may have told you very early in the morning.
Yeah. Kelanahu. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
it makes
you
a
don't,
note of it.
no, you don't understand. Kelanahu's not in control of your stronghold anymore.
What?
Something else. Some kind of squid creature. Your assassins were trying to take something from you. A key. They want a key from you.
Oh. He grabs something that's going past. It looks a bit like someone's handed him a beer. He goes, huh. Well, more grist to the mill, I say.
What is this key for? Where is this key, and why do they want it?
He pulls out from underneath his shirt and armor a key on the end of a chain. It's a strange-looking key. It's definitely gold, but it doesn't seem to have much in the way of teeth. It looks more like it has holes in it, like it's made for a lock to lock around more than the other way around. Okay. He says, "Yes, this is my key. It opens the door we're going to enter through."
Right. Something's happened to these people. Something's happened to the people who have taken over your stronghold. They've been trying for 20 years to take it back. Now, you're trying to tell me in the last 20 years you didn't know anything about this?
I've been in Coralia gathering support. A squid thing? Was he any more specific than that?
No, it was just said that there were the acolytes of this creature had tentacles, and they were trying to fight back from it.
Right, we can solve this. Who can cast Speak with Dead? Anyone?
Not on my list.
No. I can animate the dead.
Well, then they'd be zombies and not able to talk.
Yeah,
brother.
there we go.
Very wise.
Fantastic.
Never mind. We'll just wing it. It's perfectly in character.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Okay.
As the dwarves are milling around, Clarence, is there anything you want to say or do?
I'm still having a celebratory dance. I think I've become distracted from my main task. But I feel now that I need to do a little investigation.
Sure.
Of what else is happening.
Do you want to investigate the bodies around you?
Certainly.
Go for it. Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
There's a 20-sided dice and add the investigation modifier.
Okay.
How about yourself, Tarquin?
Well, I was just looking. I don't know if there's any more spells than this, but I was going to try and heal our barbarian, but I don't have.
You're
any.
not really big on the healing spells.
No,
You're more of the
that's fine.
shooty, bangy kind of
That's
wizard.
fine. I tried, my friend, and I
This
wish you
health
all.
potion I just got logged out dismissively. How much health does it restore?
8d4 plus 8, so you can roll it out for yourself if you
And will
like.
that fix my nans with it?
Oh, health potions cure every ill, my friend.
Cool.
Oh, you're all right.
It's a wonderful,
That's
magical,
fine.
mystical universe. Thank you. Clarence, what was your investigation roll?
13.
13.
Am I able to
These
investigate?
these Rakina, these shark people, they do wear armor. It's kind of patchwork. It's kind of things they've found and sort of stuck to themselves. The assassin is clearly of a higher rank and is in much nicer armor, but the other ones are all wearing sort of bits and bobs. The assassin is clearly one of the people in charge. And as you look through her items, she's wearing a necklace with a symbol, with a turtle, which looks like a turtle shell. Clearly a holy symbol of some description to this turtle, dragon turtle they pray to. And as you look around the rest of her items, she's not carrying much. I mean, these are creatures that swim through the sea to do things, so they're quite streamlined. In an inside pocket, you do find a note. It's written in a language you don't understand. It looks like squiggles on a page to you. but maybe if you could find someone who can cast spells that could read that, there are a couple that could. Maybe you could deduce what it says on there. So
Okay.
you can pocket that if you want. That's yours for now.
I'll take the notes.
What was your investigation score then, Liv? Oh,
13.
13. Well, I've just spotted I have quite a good...
Clarence.
Clarence, obviously. Quite a good investigation modifier, so I might go see if there's anything else worth finding.
20, that's it. Yeah.
You're welcome to. There's nothing else. I'm
No,
being
there's
honest with
nothing. Oh,
you.
you found it all.
I
Clarence,
found
well
it
done.
on 13.
Thank you.
Dead body.
Congratulate Clarence.
Investigating a dead body is relatively easy. So
Yeah, I suppose so.
she missed the small of her back.
Right, then I
How much health
suppose...
did you get back?
Oh, I got like 18.
18. Cool. So you are healed up a little, but not completely, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a long rest now.
Well, there's still a day till we get to stag.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I don't know if there's anything else more to do inside this cabin. Just
Sure.
to celebrate, have a drink.
Yeah, we'll get someone to police these bodies and tend to the wounded.
That's already been done.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Good effort, Clarence. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's it for shuffling them off the deck. Good effort. I think this calls for sandwiches and coffee. Hooray! Morale.
As you guys make your way above deck, the embassy bar. It's called the embassy because a local called he's called potassium nitrate these days, but goes by Nighty. He's a local. He's a sort of half bird, half man, half parrot, half man, if you will. Has set up this bar on the deck and is happily handing out sandwiches, coffee, and booze. There's lots of booze. He's a big fan of booze, so he's handing that out to celebrate a little bit that this is dealt with and you're on your way. But there are still guards patrolling deck. Would you guys like to go to the embassy bar and hang out there for a bit? Maybe lick your wounds?
Yes.
Yes,
I
I
would.
think so.
I don't want to lick his wounds.
No,
You haven't
I
taken any
don't think-
damage, have you? No, you're fine. Cool. As you make your way to the bar, Plumage is there behind the bar, polishing a glass. What can I get you?
I'll have a mead.
One mead?
I'll have raw ethanol.
Raw? I don't have any raw ethanol, buddy.
Okay. What do you have that's strong and cheap?
How about this? It's fermented grapes.
Okay.
Very fermented grapes.
I guzzle it.
Cool.
Surprise me.
Surprise. It's just mead.
Thank you.
You're all having a quick celebratory drink and chatting about it.
I'll have an old fashioned if you've got one, please.
Oh, sure, coming right up. And he goes and
Fantastic.
starts making an old fashioned for you.
See, don't ask, don't get.
Make an intelligence check. So just roll a 20-sided dice and add your intelligence modifier.
6.
6.
Is that correct? Yeah.
You've had quite a bit. This drink is going right
not
to
so
your
smart.
head. Not so smart at this point. No, it's been quite a bit. But you feel there's something you could be talking to Plumage about, but you can't remember what.
Oh, I
Holla,
found
this is
something.
very, very strong alcohol. Like, you're currently in pain, so it's probably numbing it a little bit, but it's also going straight to your head. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I intentionally fail this?
Yeah, of course you can.
I choose to fail this.
You are sozzled. There we go. Tarquin? Jürgen? What are you guys up to while you're having a quick drink after the battle?
I think I have a conversation whilst I'm having my, libation. Have a conversation with the bird, with the bird, and just get him, and see if we can find out anything more about where these people came from and what was going on. So I don't know what would roll for that.
You just ask him.
Yeah.
He's not trying to hide anything.
Oh,
from
fair
you.
enough. So, sassy. Whatever he's called.
It's 90 these days.
90s these days. My apologies, sir. What was this?
Rakina, they're around all the time.
I know, but do you know anything about this weird tentacle octopus god they were talking about?
Tentacle octopus god? No, never heard of that at all. I mean, there's the dragon turtle. We all don't like her, but do you want to show him the note?
I found something interesting.
Oh! Huh. The Kraken will rise?
That sounds ominous.
And with that, we will end this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thanks so much, guys. I'll pass over to Chloe, who will see us out.
Sorry. Yes, thank you for joining us. We're doing this from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the Fringe, apart from the 24th and 25th. We're also live streaming the whole thing on twitch.tv/AdventurersWanted and live tweeting it at Adventurers250. You're more than welcome to come back, you can watch or come and play in the game. And I'm going to throw to a couple of the guys here who have some other things on at the Fringe for some cheeky plugs.
Have you guys got any shows to promote?
No.
No.
No? Cool.
Just viewing.
Well, in that case, here's a show you might want to check out. It's called Size Matters. We're at Holyrood every day until the 27th, except the 25th, right across there at 6:15. It's a play about why actors are the worst people in the world. And it's a dick joke. Do you get it? Good, cool.
If you're a fan of dick jokes, I am the host of a comedy panel game show called Imaginary Porno Charades, which is a game show that sounds literally as it sounds. It is guests from all over the festival doing charades of imaginary pornography. And tonight we have Luke Conran, and we've got Lauren Patterson, and we've got all manner of other guests coming up over the next course of the next few days. We're on every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 11 o'clock at Sweet Grass Market. Tell your mum, it's lots of fun.
I can attest that it is lots of fun. And do indeed tell your mum.
She'll love it.
We now have a quick 10-minute turnaround, so it's just there. But thank you for joining us, and one last round of applause for playing.
Yay! Round of applause.
That's great.
There we go. Good effort, guys. Well done.
Yeah, good work.
Awesome.